Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming in. I'm pleased to present or introduce Bart and Yuri to talk about the status of MapLibre. Take it away.
Hello everyone. Thank you. We're so excited to be here, and actually we are the first presentation today in this room, and just excited to cover what we've been up to in MapLibre. Does anyone not know what MapLibre is? Excellent. I love you. I'll be talking covering all the basics for you. Okay, so what is MapLibre? Not to sound too religious, it has three different things. First, it's the software. It's the MapLibre GLGS, which is the web component to render maps on the website. It's the same thing, but for the native platform, like in your mobile phones, a way to render data into pixels. And it all started, well, I'll go to timeline later. It's basically a fork from Mapbox original code about 4.5, 5 years ago, and now it's has its own life on its own. But the software is growing rapidly. We have Martin, tile server, that's developing like crazy. It's probably one of the biggest volunteer-based project. We have Maputnik, the editor for the styles. We have a new big project called the tile specification, MapLibre tile specification that I'll be talking about later. It's also the community. Everyone here, everyone around the globe, contributing, organizing, encouraging, educating, having meetups. We actually had a whole bunch of meetups in Japan focusing on MapLibre. And there's the organization. I am the board member. There's 4 more board members. Actually, one more of them is present. Oh, there he is. There is a charter. There is an organization. We do the support of the software projects. We get sponsorship. We allocate funding to different projects and sub-projects. We get re-elected every year. The whole board gets re-elected. No stale board members type of thing. Has to be very responsive to the community demands. We have voting members who basically anyone who has significantly contributed to the project. We have amazing sponsors who have been instrumental in actually getting us some funding to hire a team of great developers such as Bart.
Yeah, so maybe I should introduce myself. So hi.
Yes, this is Bart.
Hi guys. I'm Bart. I've been part of the MapLibre team in the capacity of maintainer for MapLibre Native for the past 2.5 years. So yeah, I'm very thankful for our sponsors for making it possible for me to work full-time in open source. That's really pretty awesome. Yeah, so the sponsor slide is there not just because they give us money, but also because these companies are big users of MapLibre and are very dependent on MapLibre. So yeah, let's go over who's using MapLibre. So first one is Amazon, right? They use MapLibre for all their delivery trucks. It's a very big operation. But it's not just big enterprises. This is the official Wikipedia app that's using MapLibre on Android. Then we have Bing Maps from Microsoft, search engine from Microsoft using MapLibre. I arrived here in Boston and I was like, hey, how do I get to my place where I'm staying? And I was using this app and I found out not only are they using MapLibre, they're proudly using MapLibre. So pretty awesome to see it in so many places. And if you download a random navigation app in the App Store, there's a good chance it's using MapLibre all around the world, all kinds of different languages. Really cool to see. Yeah, then we have the ride-sharing apps, Lyft. There's some Lyft engineers at this conference. We have calls with their engineers to see how we can improve stability or add new APIs for our native toolkit. Grab, who's also here, is transitioning to using MapLibre from their own internal fork. It's a very popular ride-sharing and delivery service mostly active in Southeast Asia. And they have some very special requirements around like rendering complex texts that we still need to get in. So we're working with their engineers to get that stuff merged. Street Complete. Who of you know Street Complete? Have used it? Yeah, so Street Complete is a very interesting project. It's like an OpenStreetMap gamification thing where you can just walk around, you get quests to extend the map. It's available on Android right now, but they're working hard to also get it available on iOS, and it's possible thanks to the new MapLibre Compose library that recently released. Yeah, so going into recent developments.
So as any mapper knows, the world is flat and square. It is. So after a lot of effort, we finally were able to globify it a little bit, and now it actually spins and turns, and you can zoom in various places, and it looks more natural to non-mappy people. We have a bunch of MapLibre and native developments that Bart is also going to cover.
Yeah, so we have support for PM tiles now baked into MapLibre Native. PM tiles is a very cool format for storing tiles because you don't need a complicated tile server.
Is Brandon here?
Yeah, he's there. I said what the talk was going to be about. He said, yeah, I know all of that. You know all of that, but feel free to drop in. So yeah, very cool to have this in there because yeah, you don't need a complicated tile server, but we're going to talk about complicated tile servers later as well. Then we have Vulkan support. So this is a bit technical, but MapLibre uses the graphics card to render things in real time, and we were stuck with OpenGL ES, but thanks to the renderer modularization, we're able to use different graphics backends, and Vulkan is the future on Android and pretty much all non-Apple platforms. So we're very happy to be able to use our Vulkan backend in native. Yeah, so then we have plugin layers. Recent development, it's in review, it's almost going to be landed. If you want to know more, read the latest MapLibre newsletter. But basically this will allow you to add custom layers that tie into the style. And here's an example of a 3D model loading plugin, which has been made open source by a Saudi Arabian company called Hudhud, who's developing this. And then this is continuous. So Steve Gifford, who is in the room, runs the MapLibre native development team for Amazon mostly. And something that they're working on continuously is stability improvements. So here's the author of Street Complete saying that switching to MapLibre native has pretty much eliminated all the crashes they were seeing from rendering. So that's pretty awesome to see. And then on the MapLibre GLGS side, we were very happy that Mark Wilson joined us as a developer. Mark's also in the room. One of the things that he's researching right now is also doing a similar renderer modularization for MapLibre GLGS, so that there we can also use more modern graphics APIs, including WebGPU, which will bring improved performance, like allow us to use a modern API and things like compute shaders to optimize stuff here and there. Then handing it over to Yuri for complicated tile servers.
Right. The exciting stuff about the backend and trying to get tiles to the users in a very efficient way. So we have Martin Tile Server, which so far has been purely a volunteer effort by a number of individuals, including myself, where we created a tile server capable of on-the-fly generation of the tiles, serving massive amounts of tiles, being the fastest independently rated tile server on the planet. Obviously, it's in Rust. And it's growing rapidly, so fast that actually in the last release cycle, which was only a month long, we gained 9 new code contributors whose code actually got merged and released. So the growth is quite stunning. Two words about Martin's capabilities. Well, it supports multiple backends. We can have multiple Postgreses, MB tiles, PM tiles, cloud-optimized geotiffs. PM tiles can go from file or from HTTP requests, and it actually even works as an AWS Lambda. So you can just put Martin in AWS Lambda for very efficient serving. On top of that, you can combine tiles on the fly, like multiple layers, combine it into a single tile and serve it. So from the user's perspective, it's all one tile. It supports fonts, sprites, style serving, so everything you need for MapLibre to be happy. The MapLibre GLJS or MapLibre native. I use MapLibre quite broadly in this sense. Martin also has a lot of tooling. For example, MB tiles manipulation toolset, which allows comparing two MB tiles toolsets, diffing them, applying the diff to another one. So it provides an opportunity to distribute just the deltas between two different MB tiles to offline systems like vehicles, for example. There is also upcoming MLT support that we're planning to work on fairly soon, where you can convert MBTs to MLTs. That's the new tile format that I'm going to be talking about in a sec. And lastly, we really hope to integrate MapLibre native into Martin to provide rasterization directly on the server side. What is MLT? MLT is the new tile format that I would like to discuss. It's something that we've been working on and speccing out for a while. It has a number of features that cover what MBT is lacking in, such as multiple various types, more optimized data storage. So far, we've seen up to 6 times the size reduction, so 600% size reduction over existing MBT tiles. It's columnar-based, similar to GeoParquet. It's optimized for very fast processing, so SIMD instructions, 0 copies. The idea is to get the data directly into GPU as fast as possible because GPU is much more capable of massive parallel processing. We would like to have pre-tessellation capabilities there so that when you have complex polygons, you don't need to tessellate. Every client doesn't need to tessellate them, create triangles out of them. It can be done all on the server side, and then it's slightly bigger payload, optionally. It doesn't have to be that way, but if you need it, and then the clients don't have to spend extra time creating triangles. Supports new data types, like Overture, for example, introduced new range type attribution where you say you have one geometry, like a road, and only portions of that road have certain attributes applied to it. For example, like the speed limit of this section of this geometry is this much, and then this section is different. So we would like to support these use cases in MLT out of the box. And as I said, it's a columnar format, which means all the features are stored vertically. And we would like to integrate this approach into both MapLibre GeoJS and native, and there's a lot of work being done on that side.
I think we're nearing the finish line there even, and also the spec itself. But if you still want to contribute to the spec, now's the time to do it.
Right.
Because it's not completely finalized yet.
Right. It's not fully finalized, but most of the ideas, most of the compression approaches, most of the specifications and attributions and the data types are more or less fleshed out. And we're doing some final tweaks before doing the release 1.0. But as anyone who's been in the software development knows, nothing good comes out until version 3. So I'm sure we'll do some tweaks before that. Well, PM Tiles can attest to that. We're on version 3. But there's a massive modification going on for MapLibre Native and MapLibre GeoJS because now you want this new tile format not only benefit the download size, but also gain all the efficiencies that it promises by integrating very tightly in all levels of the stacks that we maintain. And that, as I said, allows for the new use cases. This slide has far too many details. I'm not going to cover them all right now. But I will share the deck on my GitHub GIST and my Blue Sky and many other places.
All right, so if you want to join our community, the development mostly happens on GitHub, where you can also ask questions in the GitHub discussions, or if you're running into issues or problems with the documentation, please create an issue. We're very active on Slack, at the OpenStreetMap US Slack, actually, so thanks for hosting us to them. We send out a monthly newsletter. If you follow us on the socials, you'll find us there. And every second Wednesday of the month, we have a technical steering committee meeting. It sounds scary, but everyone is invited and to just drop by, see what's going on, ask some questions, or show off their work. So yeah, you're very welcome there. The links are posted on Slack and in our newsletter. So thank you so much. Yeah, we have I think 1 minute for questions or for something like that. Oh, we don't. Okay, sorry. Then just ask us.
Oh,
thank you
very much.